What up, y'all? It's another story time. I was just sitting here thinking about some more McDonald's uh, tomfoolery, and there's a couple couple incidents. There's a couple more that I forgot about that I remembered when people had got fired at McDonald's. All right, one of them, me and this dude, we was out in the lobby. We both worked there. I was at Milford. He went to Randallstown. And I remember we was talking before we clocked in. We both had to clock in at like 4 o'clock. And we was out in the lobby talking because he had got suspended that day from school. And I forgot what he did. He got suspended, but he was so upset about it because he knew he was going to get in so much trouble when he got home. He hadn't been home yet. He knew when he got home he was going to be in trouble because he had got suspended that day. So I'm trying to calm him down, you know what I'm saying? Because we got to work, you know what I'm saying? And everybody knows when I used to work at McDonald's, if I worked on that shift, we tripping tonight. It wasn't going to be no me mad and, you know, sad and doom and gloom. When I work, everybody going to trip. We're going to be tripping. It's the only way you can make it working at McDonald's unless you got to be tripping. So I wasn't trying to, and me and him worked the grill that night. And me and him ain't going to be in there and he all doom and gloom because he got suspended. So I'm trying to, you know, get him straight, you know. And then, of course, we clock in. And while we in the grill, he's still upset. And one of the morning managers was still there. She hadn't left yet, which I'm surprised she was even still there because she was the opening manager. So usually the opening manager be gone early. But at that time, the store manager and the opening manager, both of them women, but they were a couple. And so the store manager at that time, she stayed over. And so because she stayed over, the opening manager stayed over. So they were still there when we got there. So we in the grill. You know, everybody know it. I'm in here clowning around. And then he over there. And the opening manager came in there talking to us. And she was like, how y'all day go and all that. You know, she knew I'm always goofy. And then she asked him how his day went, because he was visibly upset, and he didn't tell her what happened. It just that, you know, he just was very negative when she was talking to him, and she said something like, you know, don't you have anything to be happy about, to smile about? And he was like, no, not really. And she was like, well, you got a job here at McDonald's. I mean, ain't you happy about that? And he was like, not really. She said, okay, well, you're fired. You can leave now. Have a nice day. So he got fired. She just fired him because he wasn't happy. Oh, so not only did he get suspended from school, but he got fired on the same day. So he was already worried about what he was going to do when his parents found out he got suspended. Now you got to tell him that he got fired. I know he had a long night that night. That was one. And then the second one, this one was a trip. Now, I told y'all, we ran like a casino up there in the break room. We used to play a lot of tonk for big money. But we also started pitching quarters. We was pitching quarters, and we got the pitching quarters for big money. And this situation, it was me, the dude Corey, DG, and Sean. We in the back pitching quarters. And it had got to a point where it was DG and Sean playing each other. And it had gotten so bad that DG had lost like his entire check to Sean I mean, he lost his whole check. And then when it came time to pay up, he was bucking on paying him the money. Like he wasn't going to pay him. And DG was like this. He was tall, slender, but he was like all muscle, and he was like from Africa or something. You know, he was like Nigerian or something. He was all muscle, and he just was gonna buck on Sean. Sean was smaller than him, and Sean really wasn't about that. You know, so Sean was gonna let him just buck on him and not pay him. And so I'm sitting up here getting on Sean, like I know you ain't gonna let him keep that money. He lost that money. If it was me, he would have paid me. He would have paid Corey. He would have paid anybody in here. He has bucking on you. I was like, you better go get that money. And he was like, it's all right. He know he lost. It's all right. I ain't worrying about it. So I'm trying to hype him up. And I'm in here starting the tomfoolery. So I'm trying to hype him up to go get his money because he won't do it. So DG just walked out and went out into the lobby. We was gambling back in the crew room. DG walks out into the lobby. So Corey was like, I tell you what, the money that you won from him, you play me. Put the money that you lost that you won from him, you bet that money against me. And if I win the money, then he got to pay me the money. You know what I'm saying? Paying Corey the money. So Sean was like, he's like, I'm dead serious. I'm like, oh, if you ain't gonna get that money, I'm gonna get it. So Sean was like, all right. So they played, and of course, Corey won. So now the money that DG owed Sean, now he owes Corey. So Corey go out in the lobby, and Sean followed behind him. So Corey go out there and told him what happened. You know what I'm saying? And DG act like he was gonna buck on Corey. And so I'm hyping it up. I'm like, you know, Sean already got bucked on. I know you ain't gonna let him buck on you, Corey. You know what I'm saying? Corey took off on DG. He takes off on DG. They out in the lobby fighting. Then Sean went out there. You know what I'm saying? First, Sean wasn't going to get into it. Sean was like, everybody relax. Everybody relax. And then I'm getting on Sean like, he out there fighting for you. That's young. You should have been fighting for that money. So I ended up talking Sean into going over there because I don't know where our manager was at because they was out there fighting for a good, like 5 minutes, real time, 5 minutes. It was a long time for a fight. They was out there fighting without nobody breaking it up. So then Sean, I done hyped Sean. I already put the battery in Corey back. Then I put it in Sean back. Sean went out there and he got into it. So it's like Sean and Corey is banking DG in the lobby for some money. Finally, the manager came in there. They went out there, broke that whole situation up. All three of them got fired. Corey got fired. DG got fired. Sean got fired. And I hyped that whole thing up. Because Sean was, if I hadn't hyped it up, DG would have just bucked on the money. It wouldn't have paid Sean, and that would have been it. But I put the battery in his back, and I put the battery in Corey's back. Y'all ain't gonna let DG. Y'all not gonna let DG do that. And it ended up turning into a big brawl in the lobby, and all three of them got fired. I wasn't fighting. I'm just sitting back instigating stuff. All three of them got fired. I remember the next day, DG came up there with his father, I guess, to turn his uniforms in, and his father was acting like he was looking for Sean and Corey, like he was gonna fight them over the money. And the thing about it is, they never got the money. DG still never paid them. They never even got the money. DG never paid them. So they went through that whole fight basically for no reason. I was just on principle. All of them got fired. I'm sitting back. I'm still here. And they was good workers. All three of them got fired over pitching quarters. And it was his whole check. I mean, this is McDonald's checks. It was like, I mean, we back here, this is back, we were still making like $4.25 an hour. So a check was like, a check for DG was probably like $150, $200 maybe. Lost his whole check, but he didn't lose it because he bucked on it. He ain't paid. He ain't paid Sean. He ain't paid Corey. Ended up getting banked over the money, and they still ain't getting the money. And they all lost their jobs. So that was just another one right there. You know, that was two situations, big brawl over some pitching quarters, and then you had, you know, my homeboy, they got fired because he wasn't happy. He literally got fired because he wasn't happy. And he got fired and he got suspended the same day. More McDonald's tomfoolery. I remember some more them old firings and people quitting. I'm going to bring them to y'all. All right, y'all.